See you later, new car incentives. Be ready to pay 10% above MSRP on a new vehicle. You'll want to avoid these new cars, many of which are 20% above MSRP. So why the price increase? Production shutdowns and supply chain issues from the ongoing microchip shortage have drastically lowered new car inventory as a result. Dealerships are pricing new vehicles above MSRP and removing those new car incentives so they can actually make a profit. These are the top 15 cars with the highest price increases over MSRP. Again, the average right now, 9.9%. These range from 1.9 to 2.7 times above that average. The vehicle with the greatest markup is the Wrangler, which is priced at 26.7% or $8,925 over MSRP. It is joined by the four-door version, the Wrangler Unlimited, and its pickup variant, the Gladiator. The hybrid version of the Ford Maverick compact pickup truck and its gasoline version, both of which debuted in 2022, also make this list. Joining the Maverick pickups is an additional Ford vehicle, the Bronco, the rugged off-road compact SUV. You've got two classic American sports cars also here, the Chevy Corvette and the Ford Mustang. The Porsche Macan makes the list with a 23.3% markup over its MSRP. 5 additional luxury SUVs make the list, including the Lexus RX 450h, the Genesis GV70, the Mercedes-Benz GLB, and the Lexus RX 350L, and the Mercedes-Benz GLA. This from IC Cars executive analyst Carl Brower. Dealers have responded to the market conditions by pricing cars above MSRP to make a higher profit on specific models and to help offset lower sales volume due to restricted new car production. In today's market, consumers are willing to pay well above sticker price for the most in-demand vehicles because it's the only way they can get vehicles of their choice and avoid the lengthy wait. As demand continues to exceed supply for these popular vehicles like the Wrangler and Wrangler Unlimited, dealers are tacking on market adjustments generally ranging between $2,000 and $10,000 on top of their MSRPs. The Wrangler and Wrangler Unlimited are among the cars that hold their best value due to their ruggedness and enthusiastic fan base, which likely contributes to car buyers paying a premium for them amid the scarcity on new car lots. The Maverick compact pickup has been in high demand since its debut, which forced dealers to stop taking orders on both versions, the gasoline and hybrid, at the end of January and not resume until summer. Heightened gas prices have boosted demand for this already hot seller, with both the hybrid and gasoline versions returning excellent gas mileage, and even these marked up pickups remain attainable for buyers given their starting prices of around $20,000. And one more thing from this IC Cars study, end quote, new car buyers will probably have trouble finding available inventory and can expect to pay higher than average prices for vehicles that are in high demand. New car shortages are expected to persist due to the backlog of demand, and the Russia-Ukraine conflict has led to factory shutdowns and prices increasing on raw materials. The best way to avoid paying over sticker is to broaden your search radius and to consider similar vehicles that may not have the same degree of price hike. Now's your time to chime in. What have you seen on the market today? How much over MSRP are you seeing on the vehicles that you're shopping for? Let me know in the comments section below. There we go. So here's a topic that's a real thing. Does the automatic start-stop feature we all talk about and rave about actually save you money on gas? Or is it just a marketing ploy by manufacturers, an unnecessary feature? Does it really work? Over the years, you and myself, lots of drivers have questioned whether this function is slowly ruining our cars, and if the brief shutting down of our car's engine while idling actually saves us on gas. You know, you get to the stoplight, stop sign, you're stuck in traffic, and all of a sudden your car goes dead, or at least it feels like it goes dead. Is it making a difference? According to Road and Track, you've probably heard of them, this feature can actually save money on gas, according to Road and Track. Unfortunately, tracking exactly how much fuel this feature saves is hard because of how many variables go into calculating miles per gallon. We don't live in a vacuum. We're not on a isolated road just going at a set miles per gallon or miles per hour. Now, according to Road and Track, the constant stopping and starting can get pretty grating depending on which system you have and its calibration. Given the annoyance and fear of damage, a lot of drivers aren't fond of this feature, myself included. I just turn it off. I have it on a couple of my vehicles, and I have it all the time with my press vehicles. But would that change if the amount of fuel saved was enough to help with the skyrocketing gas prices if you knew it worked. Despite what my Uncle Rick says he knows about cars, this isn't a matter of opinion. My friend and fellow YouTuber Jason Fensky at Engineering Explained points out that figuring out if the automatic start-stop system saves on gas is a question that needs to be answered by science and math, not Uncle Rick's opinion. One of his videos starts with, quote, "How much time does it take an idling engine to use the same amount of fuel as starting the engine?" End quote. Great question. If we have that answer, figuring out the efficiency of the automatic start-stop feature becomes simple to figure out. In his video, he shows two instruments with green liquid. One of these cylinders represents the amount of fuel an average-sized small four-cylinder engine burns after idling for 3.6 minutes. Very precise. The second of the two cylinders represents the amount of fuel it takes to start the same engine. The two cylinders are dramatically different. They show that 3.6 minutes of idling uses far more fuel than starting your engine does. So the question is, should you get a car with an automatic start-stop feature? In some cases, it may already have it, so you can't really deal with it. A little history lesson. In 2004, a study published in the Journal of SAE sought out to find out if these start-stop features actually saved us fuel. Again, that was a long time ago. Jason from Engineering Explained says that the study looked at two identical 1.5-liter four-cylinder Toyota engines. The researchers hooked up fuel flow meters to these engines to measure fuel consumption accurately. They idled both engines in park and in drive for an hour and a half. After those measurements were completed, they did some math, and they found that if your car idles for more than 7 seconds, it would be more fuel efficient to shut your engine off and restart it when it's time to drive again. It really is fascinating to see how many drivers are wary of this system and its efficacy without ever looking at the scientific data that shows these systems work. Granted, these savings are fairly negligible in the short term, but in the long run, these systems can save money on gas and theoretically money, despite what your Uncle Rick says.
One final note, if you are in the market for a new vehicle soon, great. Connect with your local dealership and price and test drive at least 3 different vehicles. A vehicle's strengths and weaknesses can only be discovered when you are behind the wheel. My reviews can be good, but you need to test drive these yourself. Visit quotes.everymandriver.com, select the make, model, and your zip code, and you'll get invoice pricing in your area on those vehicles. Shop smarter with price quotes at quotes.everymandriver.com.
Thanks for watching. Please click subscribe and give us a thumbs up. See you next time.